Hey wizards, how are you? If you're just arriving here at the Leaky Cauldron, stop being a muggle. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with everything that's going on here. Today things are going to get wild. Today things are going to get wild. Because here on this channel, we're always praising Harry Potter. We're always talking about amazing things from Harry Potter. We point out small mistakes here and there. But nothing that ruins the experience, nothing that makes Harry Potter bad or anything like that. But in this episode, things get a lot more serious. In this episode, I'm going to talk about 25 things that I hate, that I can't stand in Harry Potter, more specifically in the movies. To help myself, I even made a little chart like this. I'm doing this in a ranked order. So, from number 25, from position 25 to position 16, in other words, from the 25th to the 16th, I just don't really like it. I'd prefer if it were different, but it's okay. It's a dislike, but it's a mild dislike. From the 15th to the 10th place, then I really don't like it. I think it's bad. I don't like it. There's no such thing. It's not even like that. Oh, okay, it could be better, but it's not. It's not really. I don't like it. Period. I just don't like it. End of story. From 9th to 4th place, I hate it. I think it's horrible. I feel angry, really angry, genuine anger. And the top 3, from 3rd to 1st, well, an unforgivable crime. I curse anyone who added that to the movie. It's criminal and shouldn't be allowed. Let's see if my ranking will be similar to yours. At the end of the video, you put your top 25 things you don't like in the movies, okay, or in the books. It doesn't matter. In 25th place, taking the last spot on our list, are the students, the characters who are students at Hogwarts, wearing muggle clothes in the movies most of the time. It's fine when they're not at Hogwarts, it makes sense, or when it's the weekend they're at Hogwarts, okay? But my wizard friends wearing regular muggle clothes all the time bothers me. It bothers me a little, that thing bothers me a bit. I wish it were different, but okay, I accept it. That happened a lot, especially after Prisoner of Azkaban. In the first 2 movies, it was there, but it was still lighter, right? Harry and Ron wear Mrs. Weasley's sweaters in Chamber of Secrets. They also, at one point or another, wear clothes that aren't the uniform. But it's rare. Most of the time they're in uniform. In Prisoner of Azkaban, you can count on one hand how many scenes show the kids in uniform. That's how it always is, even after that. There are several moments, and Harry always wears the same shirt. Poor guy. He has the bank, the vault full of money, but he doesn't buy a shirt. Anyway, students wearing muggle clothes is number 25 on my list. In 24th place, one thing that bothers me a bit in the movies is how little magic is explored. We don't see a wide variety of spells, We see one thing or another and they're not even mentioned, We don't have that thing where the spell is spoken. In the first movies, there's a little bit more of that. There's Alohomora, Wingardium Leviosa, but Harry doesn't cast a spoken spell in the first movie. So I kind of miss exploring magic a bit. Man, we have so many really cool spells that could show up in the movies that could really make things better, But not spells just waving the wand without saying anything. And without any effect either, I think some spells are missing a visual effect like that. So taking the 24th place here is the way magic is underexplored, visually speaking, in the Harry Potter movies. In 23rd place, one thing I also don't like is the way they present the Imperious Curse in the 4th movie, when the fake Moody is controlling the spider. And then he just puts the spider, well, not just the spider, right? That creature isn't a spider. They call it a false scorpion, something like that, because it's an arachnid, but it's harmless. It's not venomous or anything like that. It's just really ugly, right, man? It's really ugly and kind of scary. But the way it's done, the Imperious Curse there bothers me a little. Because in the book, right, we have the spider dancing, kind of juggling, which is something you wouldn't expect from a creature, right? And then in the movie, we just have the fake Moody setting the creature on the others. Either directing it toward the window or putting it in the water to drown, right? But it looks much more like a spell where the person is moving the wand and controlling it. Like, it's not a spell of, wow, control. I'm controlling someone's mind. So I don't like it. I don't like the way it's presented. In 22nd place, this scene here, maybe some people will disagree, but I think it's kind of weird the way Harry acts after taking Felix Felicis. It looks like he's drunk. Honestly, it just looks like he's drunk. When in reality, the effect should be different. It should be something like, wow, feeling euphoric, really lucky. But no, he just says, I'm going to see Hagrid. I don't know what, Professor. It bothers me a bit in the movie, and he keeps doing it. Not to mention the fangs. It feels like, I don't know, it gives me the impression that he's kind of tipsy, you know? And I don't know, for me, it's a little different to be under the effect of Felix Felicis. You know, the effect might even give you that light feeling and all. But in the movie, the way it was done bothered me a little. I don't know. In 21st place on our list. And the thing is, in the movie, visually, it's beautiful, but the context bothers me. The sinister appearing in the clouds when Harry's playing Quidditch. And I'll explain why. In the book, Harry is constantly bombarded with things about the sinister. Ron truly believes in the sinister stuff, while Hermione is very skeptical, and she was right all along. The sinister being an omen of death and all, it matches the fact that Sirius's animagus form is a big black dog, and then Harry sees Sirius himself transformed into a dog there in the stands, in a distant kind of isolated stand, while he was playing Quidditch. He gets desperate, thinking he was having a vision right then, you know? But you see, it has nothing to do with being an omen. It was simply Sirius watching him play Quidditch there. His godfather wanted to see him play, disguised in animagus form. Putting that in the clouds just makes it seem like, wow, the omen really does exist. So, you get it? Do you understand why he's in this position here on this list? But visually, it's really cool. Taking the 20th spot on my ranking of things I hate in the Harry Potter movies is spells getting connected all the time. And this goes not only for Harry Potter, but also for Fantastic Beasts. Man, Voldemort's and Harry's spells are connected for a specific reason. Because their wands are twins and the priori incantatem happens, so they get connected. Other spells getting linked and clashing all the time doesn't make sense. It's just visual, really, just visual, and that bothers me a little, but that's how it is, right? Like, yeah, it bothers me, but okay, like, I think it's weird, but okay. In 19th place in my ranking, this one I really think is pathetic, which is Hermione howling at Lupin. What are you doing? Saving your life? Like that. No comments, man. I really think it's very bad. Oh, Kako, why do you think it's bad? Because it doesn't make sense to me, you know? Like, the werewolf only answers its own kind's howl. Alright, if we take into consideration that the werewolf is a man transformed into a wolf, he's of the human species, Homo sapiens sapiens. Now, Hermione howling and the werewolf responding is something I think is weird. I think it's weird. Taking the 18th place in my ranking is the trio finding Fluffy, simply because the staircase changed places. Man, this is, like, I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like it. Because compared to the book, it's unfair to say, but the book is different. The movie is the movie, the book is the book, but Neville is also in the book. They attend the midnight duel and fall into Draco's trap. They escape from Peeves, go through the door, and find Fluffy. In the movie, they could have done something, I don't know, cooler, you know? Because, like, in the movie, the staircase changes places. Okay, they could have just waited for the staircase to come back, because they're always moving. Did you get it? No. They went to the hallway even though it was strictly forbidden. To avoid Filch, they hide behind the door. If they could just say, look, the staircase changed, that's why we're here, the staircase changed, that's it. If Filch reported them to a teacher, they'd go. Professor, we were on the staircase when it changed. We're just waiting for it to return. Simple. It's over. You know, that completely breaks this whole thing about the staircase changing. And they go to the wrong place, to the forbidden corridor, and keep insisting on the mistake, you know? I don't like it. Taking 17th place in my ranking of things I don't like in Harry Potter is Voldemort feeling the Horcruxes being destroyed. Man, that bothers me. Kako, why? Are you really annoying? Maybe I am. But here's the thing, Voldemort. He doesn't feel when the Horcruxes are destroyed. In fact, he goes to check the Horcrux hiding places when he finds out that the Horcrux from the Gringotts vault was stolen, which is the cup. He finds out and then he thinks, wow, I'm screwed. They discovered my biggest secret. Let me check if everything's okay. I think it was just that one. So he goes there and checks all the Horcrux hiding places, and simply they're not there. If he could sense it, he would have sensed it from the beginning, you know? The Horcrux is being destroyed, but he doesn't feel it. He doesn't feel anything. The movie's showing him looking visually weak works, but I don't like it. In 16th place, man, this scene here, it's iconic, right? The beginning of Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry doing Lumos Maxima's homework. Alfonso Cuarón was like, students can't do magic, I don't care. Harry's going to start by doing Lumos Maxima. And then they approved it, you know? They just let it happen, like, okay, let's leave it like that. My friend Harry, in the previous movie, got a warning because a crazy elf did magic there, and the next year he's doing magic himself. I don't like it. Oh, it's iconic, it's really something, but I don't like it. Taking the 15th place on our list, on our ranking here, the level is already getting a bit tighter. I genuinely dislike these things. I don't care, and it's not just mild dislike. I really don't like this. Avada Kedavra being defended. My friend, we want to say that Avada Kedavra is an extremely powerful curse and that it's unforgivable for a specific reason, which is that it's impossible to defend against it with another spell. And then we have everyone defending against it. Harry, wow, he survived the curse precisely because it's supposed to be unsurvivable, you know? You give me this, adding defense against the curse? I don't like it. In 14th place in our ranking, Ron Weasley reduced to comic relief in the movies. Man, it's absurd how many of Ron's lines were given to Hermione. I mean, poor Ron, man. He has very few moments of courage in the movie. Like, he has very few moments where you think, wow, Ron is awesome. No, he's a fool, a complete fool. He's often comic relief, but even in scenes where he should stand out, like defending Hermione from Snape in the third movie, he ends up siding with Snape's bullying instead. It's true, she's a pain. In the book, he got detention for defending Hermione and standing up to Snape. In the movie, Ali, Prisoner of Azkaban, Hermione says, if you want to kill Harry, you'll have to kill us too. Sirius says, not just one person will die tonight. But it's Ron who actually does. He's injured but stands before Harry, declaring that Sirius would have to get past him to attack. You get it? Look, they made the character look like crap, you know, in the movies. And it's true, I really like the movies. I love Rupert Grint. I think he's amazing as Ron. But what they drained from the character in the movies and just made him the funny guy, man, it's weird. But okay, I really dislike this one in 13th place. The Raxperts appear, and Luna arrives to help Harry onto the Hogwarts Express after Draco stomped his face, right? She's wearing those glasses, but that's not even the scene in the book. In the book, it's Tonks who finds Harry. For a very logical reason, she said, hey, I'm here to make sure you're safe and you didn't get off the train. I boarded the train to search and found you. Logical and coherent. Luna, not her. I'm the esoteric, the crazy one in the group. Wow, look at all these animals that don't exist, but in the movie they will. Like, they don't exist, you know? The Zonzobulos don't exist. Just like the wrinkled hornblower, these things don't exist. Just like the Nargales, they don't exist. In the movie, they made them exist. Like, part of Luna's personality is her eccentricity, her talking about things that don't exist and all that, you know? It's like a trait of hers. They just added the Zonzobulos there, and that scene bothers me because of it. I don't like the Zonzobulos appearing in the movie. Kako, are you overreacting? I don't know. That's my ranking. That's how I rank it. Maybe you think I'm overreacting, but that's my ranking. In 12th place, you want to see something that annoys me? Really annoys me? It's the Death Eaters, flying around with that black smoke. My goodness, crazy. Visually, does it work? It works. But it annoys me. It annoys me because only Voldemort and Snape can fly. And Voldemort flying is like flying without any help from anything, right? It's like, man, he flies. What is that? The guy is awesome. My God, how does he do that? In the movie, everyone flies with smoke. Against Death Eaters, flying with smoke. Now in 11th place in our ranking, one thing I don't like in the Harry Potter movies is Free Dobby, wearing house elf clothes, all tattered and dirty. While he wears cute little outfits that he buys after he's free, he wears little shoes, he wears all kinds of hats like this, lots of hats. In the movie, they gave him little boots but kept his dirty, torn slave clothes. Let me tell you, okay? In 10th place, now things have started, it's starting to get serious. In 10th place, this really bothers me a lot, man. Wow. Harry is so clumsy with his stumbles in the movies, like in every key moment when there's all that tension. The production makes Harry stumble, but sometimes it's such a pathetic stumble. I don't even have words to describe these stumbles. I swear to you, man, the stumble in Chamber of Secrets, when he's in the Chamber of Secrets, that's the peak for me. There's nothing for him to trip over. He makes up a stumble over his own foot, and it's so bad, that stumble, so bad. He does it with his foot, like nobody stumbles like that. Nobody, man, nobody, like nobody. Can you trip over your own foot? Sure. Actually, it's happened to me before, but it's a different kind of stumble. It's a different kind of stumble. It's not this clumsy stumble that Harry does. The clumsy stumble, man, it annoys me, those stumbles of his. It annoys me. And speaking of stumbles, I took this one from the stumbles category. And I put in 9th place Harry's fainting at the Quidditch World Cup. I'm angry, Harry. Fainting, Harry. How does he do it? How does he do it? Just like that, the guy takes a knee to the head, faints, but it's not just because he faints. The way he faints is awkward. It's awkward. Is it dumb? It's dumb. But the context of him fainting right then, in the middle of the chase, running around. So the production's choice for the movie is, let's make Harry faint so we don't have to show everything that's happening, you know? We show it from Harry's view, have him faint, and that's it. Choices. They cut to the guy casting the Dark Mark even though he wasn't supposed to appear, but he does. That's how it is. In 8th place, I know you were waiting for this scene, which is the burrow catching fire. I don't even need to say why this scene is bad, why I hate this scene. So, technically speaking, it's a really cool scene. Behind the scenes, it's a really cool scene. But it has no context at all, man. You don't need to go far. I'm not comparing it to the book. I'm just talking about the movie. The burrow is a protected place, right? The burrow is a protected place. Harry is there and the burrow is protected. What's the context of Death Eaters getting in there, invading, setting it on fire? Voldemort could go there at any moment to get Harry. But Kako, there's the protection. But Voldemort doesn't know that. Voldemort doesn't know that. Voldemort doesn't know that he could go there, that he could attack Harry as many times as he wanted, and it wouldn't work. Voldemort doesn't know that. The burrow on fire, Death Eaters breaching the perimeter. How is that possible? I have a feeling that Half-Blood Prince will have quite a few scenes taking up spots in this ranking. But I swear I'm not biased like that, to the point of only picking bad things from Half-Blood Prince. I'm drawing from other movies too. Half-Blood Prince is just now appearing, right? In 7th place, the cafeteria scene with Harry hitting on the girl at the cafeteria, you know, the muggle girl. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't make any sense. So, it's just a bit more hormones and teenage romance that nobody asked to be in the movie. They could have used that time for other things that were left out, right? They could, because you might think, oh, Kako, it's just a little, yeah? But in a movie, every second matters. Did you know there are characters who, in all the movies, appeared for less than 5 seconds, had less than 10 seconds of screen time? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Just so you know, Draco Malfoy has about 31 minutes of screen time in 8 movies, which are almost 16 hours long. Crazy, right? So every second counts. In 6th place, this scene here annoys me. This annoys me, because if there's one thing in the movies that bothers me, it's giving Hermione the lines just so she can be the know-it-all. She definitely doesn't need that because she's really smart, she's really clever, she's really tough. You don't need to take lines from other characters to give to her to make her look smart. You know why? Because then it gets boring, it gets bad. Like in Order of the Phoenix, they're looking for a place to train with Dumbledore's army. Then, Neville accidentally finds the Room of Requirement. When they get there, who's the first person to speak? That line really annoys me. Congratulations, Neville. You found the Room of Requirement, also known as the Come and Go Room. My dear, they were looking for a place to train the whole time. The whole time. If Hermione knew about the Room of Requirement, why didn't she say anything before? Kako, she might have known the legend. The Chamber of Secrets was also a legend. If she knew there was a room that provided, that transformed into what a person needed, why did she never even mention it? Wow, there's a legend about a room. She didn't need to find it or say, oh wow, it's real. Just wonder, could it be real? Don't put it there. Congrats, Neville. You found the Room of Requirement. If you knew, why not say so? Did you get it? It annoys me, because she didn't even know about the Room of Requirement, neither did Neville. The one who talks about the Room of Requirement is Dobby. Got it? That annoys me, so it's 6th. 5th place. Ginny tying Harry's shoe. I won't explain. 5th place, Ginny tying Harry's shoe. What a ridiculous, embarrassing, ugly, dull scene. I don't know. I don't like it. In 4th place, we have Ginny again. Ginny again. You can't expect much from Ginny in the movies. Poor thing. There's just no chemistry. Nothing. She's just a poor thing. Now, when they're in the rush during the Battle of Hogwarts, she grabs Harry's hand, gives him a little kiss, like a weak one, and says, I know what? I know what. Do you get it? There's no chemistry. There's none. It's bad. It's bad. It's bland, you know? It's bland. In 3rd place, we've reached the top 3 and entered the Unforgivable. Harry and Ginny's kiss. Harry and Ginny's kiss, man. It should have been something like this. Whoa, you know? Everyone watching in the common room, Ron being like, but it wasn't that kind of thing. This can stay hidden here if you want. Hey, David Yates, my friend, Look, David Yates, seriously, don't come near me, man. Seriously, if I'm in a place, I sit here, you sit over there, don't come over. Okay. What's this, man? Go, my friend. Get out. Go, 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 David Yates. Go. Taking 2nd place in our ranking is this wonderful scene of Voldemort turning to dust when he dies. Yay! Man, Voldemort turning to dust when he dies is like going against everything the whole saga talked about. Death is something you can't fight against. Voldemort tries to cheat death but fails badly because despite his powers, he's still human. Death comes for everyone and he dies like everyone else. And then what do they have him do? Turning into dust. And then David Yates, he has the nerve to say, look, he has the nerve to say in the 20-year special, he has the nerve to say this. He talks like this, right? He talks like this, in this way. No. And then I had an idea, which was a really incredible idea. It's about making Voldemort turn into dust. And Harry and Voldemort, he helps by speaking calmly and serenely, you know? While I'm yelling on the other side like, who said this was a good idea, my friend? No, it was a shitty idea. It was a shitty idea. Sorry for my language. It was a shitty, crappy idea. A poop idea. It was horrible. Voldemort turning into dust, and this scene only loses to our 1st place. Which scene do you think is in 1st place? Tell me here. Tell me, which scene do you think is in 1st place? If you said the scene where Harry grabs Voldemort by the neck and they fall off a cliff, I only remember the scene with Chavez's audio. He grabs your head and neck and throws you. That's when the scene gets good. So, but my friend, let's finish this the way we started, together. He grabs you by the neck and jumps off the cliff, and then the two of you get mixed up like a blender full of crap. David Yates! No, man, what an idea. Wow, Eric, put a censor on that, but what an idea. My friend, wow. Hey, David Yates, seriously, my friend, how do you take a scene like that and do something like this? You turn Harry's speech humiliating Tom Riddle into a scene where they fall off a cliff and turn into smoke, merging into each other like your mom. David Yates, you're my friend, you know? Man, I went too far. No, sorry, maybe I got a little carried away. Ah, man, there's no way. Such a weird scene, you know? A weird, ugly, ridiculous scene. Visually, this scene is ridiculous. It's ugly, it's horrible. What an ugly thing, man. You know? Ah, that's it. This is my ranking. 25 things I mentioned. And these top 3 here really make you feel outraged, you know? It's uglier than hitting your own mother. You get it? For God's sake, not that. The video's over. I'm not in the mood anymore. It's over. For me, it's done here, guys.